Hey guys, it's Max back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Zoom H5 recorder. Now this is basically a redesign of the Zoom H4n, has a lot of the same features, some new added features, some updates to the usability and design, which is really nice, and one huge big feature that I'll talk about in a second. Now they may still be selling the Zoom H4n at a lower price, but this is definitely a nice needed improvement to that recorder. Now along with this review, I'm going to have a side-by-side comparison with this. This is a Tascam DR44WL, a brand new recorder from Tascam that has very similar features to the H5, but also has one very interesting feature that could be really nice for you. It has a Wi-Fi capability that can connect to Android or iOS devices, so you can view your levels, change your settings, start recording, listen to the audio files back, and even upload them to the internet, which is very nice. So definitely check out that side-by-side comparison, which is also going to have the actual majority of the audio test for this device and comparing to this device here. So I'm going to put a little bubble right here. You guys can click that. It'll open up in a separate window. You guys can pause it and watch that after you watch this video. This is what you get with the Zoom H5. You get the actual recorder itself, you get yourself a USB cable, you get a little windscreen muff protector, you get two AA batteries, a micro SD card slot, which is 2 GB in size, and a little SD adapter, and a nice hard shell case. So let's talk about the upgrades improvements. So if you're familiar with the Zoom H4n, you guys will know how that looks like, and you'll know that this looks totally different compared to that recorder. Now this, you get basically a really nice soft touch plastic that feels amazing in your hand, and just the whole shape, this recorder just fits so nicely in your hand when you're holding it. Now you have these little manual gain adjustment knobs, which I absolutely love. They have these little bars that cover them so you don't kind of accidentally touch those or hit them against anything, which is very nice. And I love how quick you can adjust from 0 to 10. You don't have to press any little clicky buttons and wait forever. You don't have to scroll a little wheel and wait for that to come in. It's a nice kind of like an analog adjustment that is just wonderful. Now the whole layout is just very nice and simple to use, very simple to learn. All the buttons I'll talk about as far as the button layouts and stuff, I just love it. The build quality is just fantastic. It's plastic, has that rubber coating like I mentioned. I don't know how durable the rubber coating is, you know, in the long run, but it just feels so nice. I'm just in love with this device and how they designed it. Now, one huge feature is this little capsule right here. That's what they're calling it. You can actually remove this. Now, why would you want to remove it? Well, they actually have some replacement capsules that you can put in. So if you want to get like a shotgun mic, you can do that. If you want to get like a stereo kind of vocal style of a mic, you could do that as well. If you want to upgrade these capsules to some that are more adjustable and larger, you could do that as well. And if you want to add in 2 more XLR inputs, you can of course do that as well. So that is very impressive. It's an awesome idea, and in the future if they come out with more capsules, you'll be able to purchase those and use those as well. So I really think that is a fantastic feature. Along with that, here you have an 1/8 inch input, so you don't have to get an adapter like you did before to plug it in here. So that is just awesome. So that's just the build quality for you guys. I really like how they designed it. So let's go ahead and talk about the button layout. On the top here, we have our gain level dial covered by a nice metal bar. Below that, we have our screen, and then we have 2 more gain adjustments with another little guard bar right there. Below that, we have some input selections for left, right up here, and 1, 2 down here. And above them, each one has a little on LED indicator, which also is a peak indicator. We have a stop, play, pause, reverse, forward, and your record button. Then you have your 2 XLR inputs. So that makes up the whole front, nice and simple. And right here on the side, we have a little button if you want to remove the capsule, line out, headphone jack, volume for these outputs. So it's nice that they included both, not just a headphone like on the previous generation of the Zoom devices. You have a USB, you have a hold, and a power button right there. Going to the other side, we have your little SDHC card slot with a nice little easy to open cover. You have your menu button, and you have your little selection that goes forward, backwards, and inside, which helps you get through the menu. A little remote button, and then here we have another input that is for a standard 1/8 connection input that they include, which is very nice, so you don't need an adapter. Of course, at the top you have your microphones, which are shock mounted, but you can't change the orientation of them. On the back here, we have a large speaker, 1/4 inch connection if you want to mount it to something, battery cover that holds 2 AA batteries, and a little lanyard strap right there. Now let's take a closer look at the features and the actual menu design of this recorder. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and here you guys can already see the levels. Now it's a nice, easy to read display. The layout is very, very simple, but it gets the job done. You guys can see my levels there, and you see the little bars showing where I peaked out to. Now you don't get a little actual decibel readout like you do on some of the Tascams, but you could still clearly see where you're at. So up top we have the SD card, the remaining time, which mics we're using, battery life. We're not actually putting this into a folder, or actually we're putting into folder 1, but I don't have anything else in that folder. And you see the recording format that I'm using here. So below you guys will see here's the left and right, the little LED indicators on. That's what I have selected, which are those ones right there. And if I just go ahead and do that, you guys see that it peaked out and it flashed to show that. So on the side, I'm gonna go ahead and hit my menu button. And here we are. So here we have a file list, what's actually what files you have. We have all the little folders if you guys want to see that. If you want to organize your different recordings into different folders, there's your option there. So for in and out, we have low cut. You have all these different options. You want to do phantom power, plug-in power. If you want to do like a line input from like a mixer for a high power speaker kind of input. And you have some other options. You want to do mono, your line out level, that's right there. In the record section, you can change basically your format. You want to do MP3 or you want to do your different wave formats. So that's what you select there. You can go through, do auto record, pre-record. If you want to do backup, and for backups, as you guys will see, it will only let you do that if you're recording wave, which is one of the downsides. You can't do a backup MP3 file like I do often on my Tascam recorders. Now here you could do file name. You want to do which way do you want to have it count up or down as far as file names. And let's go ahead, that's your play if you want to play back some of the function or files you have. A couple of tools there for you. You go through system, you have your basic system settings, some adjustments right there, firmware. You want to reset your factory settings. So you have your SD card options. If you want to check performance test, format, or that, let's go ahead and take a look at the performance test. This is very interesting. So this is the card that actually comes with the device. I believe it's a 2 GB card. Interesting. So I guess our result is okay. So our SD card functions properly. So I guess that's what you can tell there. Your USB, let me check it out what you have here. You could do SD card reader or interface if you want to connect it to, say, your computer. And you want to do multi-file or a stereo file there. If we select, you guys will see here, if I select multi-file, there we go, we're back on the home screen, and now you'll see the readouts for these two inputs right here, which I don't have anything plugged into it. So there you go, very nice and basic kind of a layout. You do have to use this little stick thing right here to adjust it and to press enter. So I guess it's not as convenient as maybe a click wheel on the DR44WL, but it does get the job done. Now I want to say that I absolutely love the way they designed these knobs. Instead of having little click buttons like you had in the past, or having another wheel with multiple settings, all you do is spin this little adjustment, and then you guys see the volume went down, or the gain did. Spin it all the way up, and you guys see it went up now. So it's very, very simple, nice and easy. You can quickly see what you're set to, and it's just a nice manual control. I really like it. And I also really like how the buttons are set up. They're really all nice and clicky, and they feel really, really good. And then you have the little start button, and you only need one press, and it's going to start recording. So I really dig that. You don't have to do multiple presses to start recording. Of course, if you want to pause, you have that option there. You press it again, there you go, it's completed. So I really dig the way they made those two functions. All right guys, so let's go ahead and do a quick sound quality test. Now this is just going to be something very simple. I'm just holding the recorder right here, and we'll see what the sound sounds like compared to a lav with the Zoom H1 that I typically use, and a built-in type of microphone inside the Zoom H4. Now I'm not going to go too much into this because you can't really tell the sound quality. If you're just listening to one recorder, it's probably going to sound good if you're spending $300. Now what I do want to tell you guys is definitely go check out that side-by-side comparison with this microphone recorder setup compared to the DR44WL and as well compared to the DR40. Then you'll actually be able to take a look at the different sound quality compared to, for voice, for recording music, and a noise floor test as well. Guys, definitely go check that out. But for now, let's just hear what the difference sounds like. This mic and lav setup right here with the Zoom H1 and the recorder and the GH4. So I'm just going to say then my normal type of introduction. Hey guys, it's Max back with another video, and today I'm doing a review on the brand new Zoom H5. Hey guys, it's Max back with another video, and today I'm doing a review on the brand new Zoom H5. Hey guys, it's Max back with another video, and today I'm doing a review on the brand new Zoom H5. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and finish off this video. Now I'm sure you guys think that I'm absolutely in love with this device, and that could be true. I love the design of it, I love the styling, the simplicity, I love the analog adjustments, I love the fact that you can replace the capsule here with something else. I love the fact that it comes with an 1/8 inch input here. This is just an almost perfect device basically. And now what can I say as far as negatives? Now, the only really thing that I can think of right now is I wish instead of having an SDHC, it had a SDXC. So instead of only supporting a 32 gig card, it would support a 128 gig card. That's not a huge deal. For most people, 32 gigs is enough, but that could be something that they could improve on. But I understand why they did this as well. If you're looking at the Zoom H6, you'll see that that has support for 128 gig card. They want to differentiate their recorders a little bit. The price is fantastic for this device. The battery life is solid. It's definitely an improvement over the older recorder. This guy gets about 15 hours of recording time compared to 6-7 on the H4n. Basically, this is almost perfect device. I don't know what to really say bad about it other than what I just mentioned. The only thing that I do want to tell you guys is if you guys are purchasing something, definitely check out the other options. Now, this guy right here, like I mentioned before, the DR44WL has that wireless functionality. If that is something that you could use right now or you may be able to use in the future, that's definitely something you want to take a look at. So definitely go watch my comparison side-by-side testing for these two devices as far as features, differences, stuff like that. They're about the same price. And then as well in that video, you guys will see actual full sound quality comparison with different, voice, music, noise floor, that type of stuff. So you guys want to watch that anyways. Definitely check out your other options. But for the most part, if you don't need that wireless functionality, other than that, there's really not a big difference or big reason to not go with this device. If you want to spend a little bit more money to get the H6, there's a little bit more features there. But for most people, I think this is going to be an absolute perfect device. So I definitely recommend it. In the description, I will have some links to where you guys can pick up this recorder. There's going to be a link to Amazon, to Adorama, and to B&H. So whatever you guys choose, whatever is your favorite, you guys could pick it up there. I prefer Amazon, but whatever you guys like best, you guys can check that out. Now, if you guys do purchase this recorder from one of those links, I do get a small kickback, and that helps support the channel, helps me keep making these videos for you guys. I don't get anything sent in for review. I have to purchase any items that I want to review, so that definitely helps me out. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this kind of overview review of this device. Do you guys have one of these? Did you end up buying one of these after you watched this video? If you did, definitely let me know. I would definitely appreciate that. Or if you have a question, you guys can ask me that as well. And if you guys enjoyed this video, if it was informative, definitely give me a thumbs up. I would definitely appreciate that. All right, that's enough with the definitely's, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.